offer? I barely know her. All right. On this episode, I'm going to teach you how we test and scale new profitable acquisition offers. Tactical and Practical is sponsored by Intelligems, and they finally added an accurate description of what Intelligems is to the dashboard. They are a profit growth platform. The best way to grow profit for e-com stores is to make sure you're extracting the most value from your site visitors by split testing prices and offers like we're going to talk about today, headlines, copy, images, and a whole lot more on your Shopify store. So if you want people to spend more money when they come to your website, if you want to increase your profit per site session, go to intelligems.io, schedule a demo, and let them know I sent you. All right. The first step in testing and scaling new offers, you got to figure out what that offer is. And I think the best way to do that is to look at your current customer behavior. Look at what customers are buying now, see what products that are often bundling together. Look at some of your LTV and product journey to see what people are buying in their, second, third, fourth, subsequent orders. Look in your post-purchase flows. Maybe there's an offer somewhere in there that rips. Maybe there's an offer that you frequently send to your email and SMS list, but haven't tested it to acquisition. These are all great places to look to kind of spark some ideas for how to create your new acquisition offer. Now, it's very important when you make this offer that you understand what makes a good offer. And how I define a great acquisition offer. Someone put a counter on the screen for how many times I say the word offer on this podcast, by the way. How I define a great acquisition offer is an offer that should increase the lifetime profit of your customers. Let me say that again. I believe a great acquisition offer increases the lifetime profit of your customers. It doesn't just decrease your CAC, or it doesn't just increase conversion rate. It doesn't just increase your day one return on ad spend. It increases the lifetime profit of that customer cohort. This is why most discounts aren't a great offer, right? Discounts, we all know, are great at converting someone once, and I believe there's times of year where you kind of have to do it. They're great at converting people quickly, but more often than not, it doesn't lead to the most profitable customer journey. At least it never has for a brand that I've worked at. So you got to be careful with discounts because they can, lead to a lower CAC and an increased conversion rate and a greater day one return on ad spend. But when you look at that cohort over the next 3, 6, 12 months, it doesn't always produce the most lifetime profit in that customer's journey. So, as much as possible, I try to lean towards creating new offers that incentivize people to buy more and to spend more. And yes, I'll give them a discount and sometimes an escalating discount, but preferably when they either buy our most expensive products or when they are bundling multiple products together. So, before you launch an offer, make sure it has a good shot of increasing that customer's lifetime profit, not just their day one performance. All right. Once you decide what the new offer is going to be, I recommend following the following steps to take it. I would promote it on your website first. Use the announcement bar. Use headlines and copy on your landing pages. Use text or graphics on your PDPs. Clearly communicate the offer and see how many people take it. If you're like me, you're going to want to split test showing this on your site versus not showing it on your website, and you're going to want to make sure that you see increases in profit per session, not just conversion rate, not just revenue per session, but profit per session as your North Star metric when you test this new offer on your website. Now, the reason that I like to test on your website first instead of going straight to ad creative is because I think your website is a much more reliable testing ground than the ad account. Right? Like for us, when we test a new offer, we don't always nail the messaging of it right away. Sometimes when we try to communicate it clearly, it creates confusion and we end up with customer service tickets of people, complaining or misunderstanding what the offer is. So I like to kind of work out the kinks testing it on our website. The other reason I don't like to go straight to the ad account is you can launch an ad and it either won't spend or it'll spend and performance won't be great. But there's so many other variables. You can't just put all the blame on the offer if the first round of ads for it doesn't work, especially when you have no data on whether or not that's a good offer. So I test on our website first. Then once it's working, once a lot of people are taking it, once revenue and profit per session are up on your site, then I like to take it to the ad account. So once we take it to the ad account, even if the first couple ads don't hit, we now have the data to be confident in making more. We're going to continue to invest in new creative for this offer because we already know it's working on our site. So if the first one flops, doesn't matter. We'll do new images, new graphics, new headlines, new formats, whatever we have to do. But we know we have a winning offer at this point. So we are willing to spend the time kind of iterating and creating net new ad creatives until we get one that works. Now, while we are testing creative and while we are hopefully scaling that ad creative, we start to look at the LTV data of the cohort of customers that's taking that offer. Depending on your brand and what products you sell, this might only take a month. Maybe it takes 90 days to see good data. But for us and for a lot of brands, I'd recommend keeping an eye on it for a full year so you can really track that kind of lifetime profit and make sure, what's good on day one is mapping to a very long and profitable customer journey. So I'm going to now share our most recent success with our BYOB Build Your Own Bundle offer. We just launched it a couple of months ago. It's done 6 figs already. It'll be a 7-figure a year offer for us by the end of this year. First, we wanted to incentivize our customers to buy multiple watches. Most commonly, people only buy one from us, but obviously our most profitable customers buy more. In the last year, we've had a lot of success selling pre-built bundles where, we, the marketing team, would choose 3 or 5 watches to bundle together. We'd put a nice, cute name on them, like the Whiskey Neat bundle or the Master Distiller bundle or the Outdoorsman bundle. And those have sold fantastically well. Before we ever did those, we really struggled to sell more than one watch at a time. But those pre-built bundles were our first kind of like unlock into selling bundles. But it's not perfect. That works great for new customers who have never seen us. But some of our past customers actually, might have owned 1 or 2 of the watches in that bundle already, and they still wanted to get the others. And then we got some complaints from new customers as well who were like, hey, I like 2 of the watches in the bundle, but I really don't like that third one. Can I swap it out? So, therefore, the Build Your Own Bundle offer was born. And we now tell people on our website, buy 3 watches and save an extra $50. When we added it to the website, we did this line of copy on most of our landing pages. It increased revenue and profit per session, and we saw a lot of customers taking this offer right away instead of just buying one. So we knew we had something good once we tested it on our site. Next up, we made ad creatives for it. The first couple did okay. I think it was the second batch of ads we made for it that are ripping. So we've got those scaled up now. They're doing really well. And now we're still in the phase of, monitoring this customer cohort lifetime journey and lifetime profit. But for us, that'll take a year to fully develop. But for now, the first order is way more profitable. So we're happy with that for the time being. So that's it. That's how I create, test, and scale more profitable acquisition offers. And I hope you can do the same. Someone tweeted me the count of how many times I said the word offer in this podcast, including this one. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on Twitter. And I'll see you next time on Tactical and Practical.